console.
Oh, man.
It's gonna work here.
Yeah, looks like it's gonna work okay. So, getting ready to go airborne, and there we are. Good evening, everybody. Let me go to the chat here.
It's right here.
Yeah, but I need to put it on my homepage to get a better view.
Oh.
I don't want all the other nonsense on there all the time. Let's see your channel. I like a good clean. It's just on the side chat. There we go. All right, and good evening to you, Lisa Freebird. I think we need so much light. We've got a very good camera here. Bill Ellis, Taurus. Good to see you. I'm here with Dee. I got to make sure not to kick anything or the whole Shamir. Hey, Scottish, how are you? Hey, Tim, Charles Richardson. Well, shit. Yova, I don't know. You know, it's Streamlabs. I've struggled. I was a very early adopter to Streamlabs, and it's been struggles for 3 years with them. I was one of the early live streamers, and the problem is they try to do too many improvements without debugging what happened, what's gone before. You can see I got quite a bit of sun today. Just watched your video on your first camera. Give it a big thumbs up. Yeah, I got to kind of laugh at that. I thought that I really thought people would go ballistic, like you know, thank God you don't have their camera anymore, or anything like that. Because that camera was horrendous, man. But you don't know when you start YouTube. I picked it up at a yard sale for like $2. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go on YouTube," and you know, I went out over on the weekend back in 2013, and I hit a yard sale. And lo and behold, they had a camera sitting there, and I looked at the top of it. It had the little movie thing. I thought, okay, this thing can shoot movies. I didn't know quality from jack. Okay, you just start uploading and doing videos, and I did showing people renovations, doing the floor refinishing, and trying to get all the stains out of the floor. Hi, Patricia, Robert, Super Cereal. I know, Ilva. Hi, Amanda. Nice to see you. What's up? What's up? I'm going to give you guys a rundown. I'm going to fix this fan into position because it is hot as hell up here today. I think I'm going to have to plug the extension cord in here. Get a little more breeze on us. Extremes of temperature today, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
We're freezing our hobbies off. All right, so I'm not on Streamlabs. Okay.
What was that? What? I thought you were on Streamlabs.
No, I'm just. I don't got time to fiddle with Streamlabs.
Yeah, but you did with your phone.
Huh? Well, I'm on Streamlabs, but I'm not. I'm using it. It just tied in here. But I'm just setting it up through Classic. I got to put the title on here, and then it goes over to the phone. Let me just get a refill on this real quick.
Wow, I'm getting fat. Oh yeah, it gets hot in Texas.
Oh, it gets hot in Texas. It gets hot in Arizona. It gets hot in California. It gets hot as can be. SL big fan in the desert. It must get really hot. Yeah, it does. How you doing, Mouse Toes? Good to see you. You have everyone on. Oh, I've got McNamara. Okay.
HJK.
That may be what happened. We'll just let that go for now. Hey, JK, how are you? People think that need. Yeah, can you just let them know instead of me
doing it over,
logging out and doing all that, and just send them over there. Thank you, thank you. I don't know I thought,
Hey, BB.
I don't know. I guess I haven't live streamed since Friday night or something like that. I don't know. So no wonder I can't.
No, you live streamed yesterday.
Did I? From here?
Yeah, with Kev TV.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened overnight. I don't know. Hey, BB and John, good to see you. Yes, if
Hey,
somebody
Patricia.
can just periodically just tell them it's a usual Rosie screw up. Okay, thank you, Leisure. I apologize for that. I don't know. I'll have to work it out. And if you're coming in, thumbs up are appreciated. More like they've been hit by hail. Rosie, you have great legs. More like they've been hit by
I'm not getting one, Kelly.
hail. I don't know what that means. Hit by hail. Huh? Hit by hail? I don't know. My arms have been hit by hail. That's
Well, she says hers look like they've been hit by hail.
Oh.
You have great legs.
No, I
Hers
don't.
look like
Come
they've been
on,
hit by hail.
you're fine. Hey, Gil, how you doing? And Julie Army Mom, shout out to you. Good to see you, honey. I'm always kind of worried if I don't see you around for a week or so. I do appreciate the updates that I do get. I want to say hello to my moderators tonight. Thank you for being here. Quite a day today. I'll cut to the chase. I've got again 58 minutes of video I shot today. You know, I shoot a ton. You see me out there. I shoot a ton. You shoot a bit of video out there too.
Yeah, but not as much.
So I don't want to really disclose what it is, but I can tell you, and I think you'll agree, picturesque,
Yes.
chill,
Yep.
varied in terms of what's there.
Yeah.
History,
Yeah.
tremendous history
Yes.
down there. You stand and look at that place today, and that bears absolutely no resemblance to 80 years ago.
Nope.
You know, so it just shows you how things have come along. Witty Widow, how you doing, beautiful? Good to see you. I don't know if you heard me
Hey,
last
Witty
time
Widow.
I saw you, the Royal Ascot, man.
How you doing, Witty?
You're
I like
one fine looking woman there. I mean, when she had the hat on, she did look like she would be in the royal circle, you know. So, hi, Watch. Good to see you. Hey, Joey D. Good to see you. Very happy to welcome you. So, I think you'll enjoy it today. This last week, we didn't do a lot of walking around. We did a lot of driving.
Mm-hmm.
This time we did a bit of driving and a hell of a lot of walking
Oh, yeah.
around. I mean, you know,
I'm pretty beat.
I'm pretty beat, and I think I'm probably going to have a cramp or something tonight. I mean, I got to some hills. I'm hauling a tripod on my back, okay, and I got a selfie stick, I got a phone, I got a battery pack, and we looked up at this hill, and I'm just telling you, hell no, you know, I'm not going to do that. Thank you, Kyle. Good to see you.
Hey, Penny Pincher.
Hey, Oda May. How you doing? I don't know if that's a real Oda May. No, that's a fake one. She wouldn't come in eating it, Oda May. Good to see you, Miss Kitty. Good to see you. Yeah, everything's going great. Hey, Ghost Play. Good to see you, Seattle Judy. Thank you. Thank you. I tried to be cool today. It was only about an hour away that we went today, but again, it's a different. Are you shocked how different every little town is? Like has its own.
It's got its own little history, and
Yeah.
it's different than like where I'm from. Like a lot of the towns where I'm from really don't have history. They're just small towns.
Well, I was going to say if you're rolling through Texas, or let's say you're going from San Antonio to El Paso. I don't know if you've ever been on that I-10 or whatever it is.
Yes, I have.
Over there.
But not through San Antonio.
And the small towns. The question is, are they the same when you get to town, or is there any variance amongst them?
When I traveled on a
Remember, you're in an
scooter-
area where you have the very rich
Yeah.
and the not so rich.
Right.
You know.
When I travel on the scooter, I found that most towns are unique in their own way.
Hi, MB. Good to see you. I hope that you are doing well. But the place we went today was fabulously wealthy.
Yeah.
Cars.
They were nice.
BMWs and
Bentleys,
Bentleys,
Ferraris.
all this kind of stuff. So obviously, how you doing, Chris? Good to see you. Hello, Mama Ricky. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So I don't think that you're gonna be disappointed, and I'm gonna give you, since you're on the chat tonight, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag, and I'm gonna tell them about it because it helps. Pump it up a little bit. And if you guys are coming into the chat, thumbs up are appreciated. Just take a second to hit the thumbs up button. We ended up in Sausalito, California, which is a very bohemian art community. And I'm not going to let the history out, but very famous in terms of music, very famous in terms of art, very famous in terms of history.
Yeah.
And an exceedingly beautiful community that covered so much. I don't even know how to describe it. But the thing is, there was a lot of walking around this time, but the temperature was, I was like, we went down to the Marin headlands because I wanted, thank you, Mama Ricky, I wanted to be able to get a good overlook from the Marin County side of the Golden Gate Bridge. Well, we got down there, and of course, the darn roads have the roadblock up on them, and you can't drive up to the overlook. And I looked at that sign. It said 1.2 miles to the 1.2 miles to hike it up to the top for the scenic overlook, and my head just went up like this. I'm looking at the sides of this hill, and I told Dee, there's just no way that I can. There's no way that I can take that hill. It ain't gonna happen, and it's just the way it is. So we went on, turned around. I thought that would be a nice opener. So we have some videos, some people on bikes. Hey, Moonstone, how are you? Then before you can do, Wendy, nobody reports anything. You've put that continuously on my comment section. The reality, the Supreme Court already held that there's no expectation of privacy in a public place. That's been done a long time ago. Hello, Karen.
Yep.
Good to see you.
Can't trespass with your eyes.
Yeah, I haven't been reported for any lives. I've had people say, please don't put me in your videos, but I've never been reported for a live because, the one time it did happen in Petaluma. When I was down doing the Poly class story, the girl that got kidnapped and murdered.
As long as you're not on private property, which is, like stores.
Yeah.
If it's a public property where your taxes pay into it, then you have every right to record by law. And sometimes we'll get a cop out there to say something different, but as soon as you get a supervisor out there, he's going to squash it because supervisors, they know the laws.
I'm going to go to I'm going to take care of that tomorrow, Tammy. I got some other things to take care of, so that's first on the list tomorrow. Anyway, a woman who was renting that property, I was on the street, I wasn't even on the sidewalk, I was in the middle of the street doing an establishing shot because it's, and that woman came out of the house and her sons started F-bombing me, and she's like, I'm going to call the cops. Well, the cop came, and he just sat there, and he's like, just do your video, and when you're done, I'll roll out of here, and that was it, You were watching the movie Southern Comfort. There you go. So I've never had any issue with that. Plus, there's so many people that are live streaming now, doing things, streams. There's a lot of people walking around with cameras in front of them. It's well past the time that I felt very unusual and awkward. 7 years ago, when I first hit the streets with a long stick with a camera on the end of it, and it was a big handy cam. Holding that on the end and walking along, and then the GoPro. That was an unusual sight. Now it's not so much. Now it's not so much of an unusual sight. How you doing, Axel Young? Good to see you tonight. I hope that you are doing well. 58 minutes of raw video. I hope to get that down to anywhere from 30 to 35 minutes. But I think that you'll find it beautiful.
Yep.
I think you'll find it interesting from a history point of view. And it's almost like it'll defy your imagination to think of what was there, 80 years ago compared to today.
Right.
And then it's a very quirky place, but it's a very ritzy place too. But I found the whole scene with the waterfront, a lot of bikers down there. It's a great place to bike because it's flat all along, runs along. But there's not any real driving. There's it's a very north to south kind of city. Everything is pushed up against the water there.
Yeah.
It had some very, okay, there you go, Axel. It had some very, it had a very nice downtown to it. I mean, every yard you look in, it was something quirky and strange.
I bet.
But you're gonna hear a few things in the video today. I think if you know Sausalito, and probably some of you do coming north on the Golden Gate Bridge, you pass the town. It's really the first town on the right-hand side as you're coming north up Highway 101. And the other thing that's a really interesting feature is the people that live. There's 400 houseboats, basically barges, floating out there. And people have been living out there since the 1920s.
Wow.
On that area, and they've had big fights with people trying to collect taxes from Marin County. Because you're getting the sewage, you're getting the water, and they're like, no, our property doesn't touch the solid ground except at low tide, and it floats off at high tide, so you can't tax it as real estate. Hey, Canadian chick. Hey, Missy, how are you? So it was hot. Hi, Dee, how you doing? Thanks for your nice comment today, and good to see all of you this evening. So I don't think it'll disappoint. What were some of your impressions today? Describe. I mean, you've heard of Sausalito before?
No.
Okay, you never heard of that?
No.
Okay. It's pretty well. They have the Sausalito Jazz Festival, the Sausalito Art Festival, which is pretty well known. Thank you, Axel Young. That is very well known in the area. Thank you for the super sticker, Axel. That draws a lot of artists from around, at least the United States and some places in Europe to come over and exhibit. I haven't been to it before. They've canceled it this year, unfortunately. Just like they canceled
canceled everything this year.
Yeah, Russian River Jazz Festival and those kind of things. So I think that it will. I think it'll turn out pretty good. Put a lot of effort into it. I got all the raw video into the timeline for editing. And then it's a question of which ones do you want to use, which ones don't, and checking all the scenes. Hello, Nancy K. Made stuffed peppers with peppers for. Oh, that's awesome. That is good. How you doing, Jay Holly? Good to see you. It's prime time. How you doing, Darby? Good to see you. So yeah, I'm a little bit frazzled tonight. I mean, it was bright and sunny. That sun was drained you. Cool. Very very draining down there, but a lot of fun too. And the beautiful thing about living down there is it never gets too hot, it never gets too cold. It's called like a little banana belt subtropical area down there. Up here, when we came back up, it was 95 degrees. When we were down in Sausalito and on the headlands, it was 71 degrees.
Yeah, I'd say it was like 70 degrees. It felt perfect.
In that little space of 40 miles, there was a 20, 24 degree difference, which is amazing, which blows me away. So I was very happy to do the trip today. I like your hair. Yeah, just I brushed it, right? Yeah, what's going on? So I think I'm going to continue to do these. I've noticed some people were under tremendous fire. We listened to the guy complaining today that he's turned off his comments on his videos, a guy with over 300,000 subscribers, because people were giving him such a hard time for international travel. And the guy was like, "Oh, it's so much worse in the U.S. I probably shouldn't go back to the U.S. It's safer for me to be here in this European zone." Oh, that's cool. Yova, your cousin is an artist, lives in Sausalito. It was quirky.
It was. It was.
I couldn't live like that. At low tide, it's kind of stinky walking around over there. But the people that are out on more the deeper water side, I guess they enjoy that life. But you can see we're so used to developers putting up condominium complexes on the water that it is very, how you doing, Hop Frog? It is very unusual to see that individuality on the waterfront.
Yeah.
Okay. And over the years, from the 1920s, then it got pushed aside for industry, and then it managed to claw its way back again. And they've tried at various times to tax them out, to close it down, and threatened for a while to turn the water and sewer off to those places. But I guess that they got it all squared away. Hey, Jelly Bean, how are you? Good to see you. So reflect on that, and once the video, I hope to have the video done tomorrow and uploaded. I got a good jump on it tonight. What other thought? Anything else? I mean, what was your favorite part today?
It was the house.
The houses, yeah. You kind of put that into the video too.
Yeah.
The unusual. You actually like that bohemian kind of life.
Just what feels like freedom. Just walking around the docks even.
Yeah, it just seemed like another world over there. You know, the people's attitudes and the way that they live.
They're very private people.
Very private people, but a lot of them are older too. Much older people. How about the aspect of the life on the waterfront and in the city? What did you think of Sausalito? It looked like, of all the places we traveled,
it looked very touristy, almost.
But it
like
did
a
look
rich
like
tourist town.
Yeah, see, I kind of had the opposite feel. I didn't think that there were any tourists around. I thought they were all local people, just bam. They were wearing their masks. They were out there. They were hitting the water. They were hitting the local restaurant spots and stuff like that. And it really made me feel good to see people out and about and doing things. So I was happy. That was good for the soul. Every place we've been before has been kind of a struggle. We were in Chinatown, which was basically, San Francisco was empty, basically, when we went down there. Thank you, Libra. Weird amount, maybe so, but 10/18 is my birthday. My signature mat going through. Thank you, honey. I'm just going direct through YouTube tonight, so the little things are quirky, but thank you very much, sweetie. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Yeah, thank you very much. Sausalito summer nights. How you doing, Scott Clark? Good to see you.
Can they hear it on their end?
No, because I don't have something's messing up with the volume thing. I got to take time tomorrow to straighten out Streamlabs. It's a bloody mess. If somebody on the McNamara can just go over there and post it. We're over here. I think some people are probably sitting over there waiting for a redo on the peach cobbler or something like that. They make masks mandatory here. Cases exploding. Legislatures shut down. Casinos open. They need that revenue. Let's face it.
It's very important to keep casinos open.
The only reason Vegas hasn't closed, they haven't disclosed which employees have infections. Because, let's face it, Las Vegas is built on the tourist dollar, and they have a very vested interest in not, it's the same thing as I did a story before, murder and suicide in Las Vegas. Every year you have over 30 people that are either murdered or commit suicide in a hotel in Las Vegas. They'll never be reported in the newspaper. But I'll tell you, it'd be a horrific sight to be at the Luxor with the indoor, atrium with the glass and all that stuff, and then the balconies, and see somebody do a header down into the registration area. That would really mess things up, right? So they keep that stuff very quiet, because the rule in Vegas is if the police have to be called to the site of God forbid somebody's murdered or took their own life, they have to seal off that room for 48 hours or so, 48 hours or 72 hours to do a full investigation. So what some of the casinos do is haul the body outside and put it in a bush or something like that, so
right.
They can say that the person was just found there, because they don't want to lose the revenue on the room. So all kinds of weird stuff happens. So I don't know. Like I say, I'll be going down. It was 113 today in Vegas. 1 degree off maybe 114. 1 degree, I think, off the record of 115 down there. So it's pretty crispy. If you guys are enjoying the chat, please take a minute and hit the thumbs up button. Are you still in the U.S.? Yep, I'm still in the U.S. Haven't gone out. I haven't been out of the U.S. Hey, poor man, I haven't been out of the U.S. since Mexico. I did two countries, Canada and Mexico, in the same summer. 122 in Palm Springs. Woo! Man.
That's hot.
Wow.
It's hot.
Wearing masks wrong. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Sweetie Pie. That is hot. 122 degrees. Still in the oil fields. Yeah, I would think West Texas would be raging with over to Phoenix and through New Mexico, southern New Mexico. You've been out there in that. You've been out in the summer before in the desert?
No.
Okay.
No.
You got more sense than that,
I go
right?
north during summer, yeah.
Yeah, you got more sense than that.
I go down there for fall, winter.
Hot here, but we have good AC and a nice pool in the backyard. Trixie, do you find that your pool, like now, it only goes to 90 degrees at night? So is your pool becoming like a bathtub? Because sometimes in Las Vegas, I had the experience by the time it's August or September, that the water temperature, it doesn't feel refreshing anymore when you get in. Yeah, 113 in Vegas today. My pool was 85 today. Okay.
That's
yeah,
pretty
basically
decent
it's a hot tub. The thing that I'd like somebody to explain to me is what makes a pool. There's so many people freaking out about pools. I can understand a hot tub with the closeness of people sitting in the hot tub, but with a pool that's chlorinated to some degree and is maintained. Now there might be a lot of bodily joy juices floating around.
I'm sure there is.
Is it a matter of somebody that pees
safe.
themselves or defecates in the pool, or I don't know. I have COPD and can't wear the mask. Yeah, that's terrible, Karen. Yeah, it must be. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The handrails. Okay, but High Watch. If you've ever touched a handrail at a pool in summertime, you burn the hell. That thing goes up to probably 140 degrees.
That's chlorinated, so it's cleaning the handrails.
No, I mean, with the handrails to get in, to get
right, but everybody's got, like, they're wet and they're touching the handrails anyway, so it's getting wiped down with chlorine.
I have fried myself grabbing a stainless steel, you know. Yeah, anything can live. If anything can live on that thing, more power to you. Man. You might as well live on the face of the. You might as well live on the face of the sun. I think it's because people think they need to put the pee in the pool. Yeah, it's not the pool; it's the rest of the atmosphere. But Trixie, what would make that different from a casino, which is recirculating a lot of the air to save on? You know, if you recirculate in your car gets cooler faster and it maintains its cool. But if you're bringing continuous outside air in, it's a little more difficult and a little more inefficient to get your car.
So what do you think about them finding this new strain that's like supposed to be more deadlier and
more just the gathering of people,
harder on the humans?
So how you doing, Thomas Jordan? Good to see you. Been in my pool once this year. Dan Duff says been in my pool once this year. A waste. I mean, it surprises me, but I just think about I'm missing the whole thing. The relief in the pool is amazing. It is amazing. It's the only thing that makes summer tolerable, and then night chooching and live streams. So, like when I go back to Vegas, there'll be heavy-duty live streaming on that. There'll be less cinematic because I've done a lot of things. Unless I get a new camera in the meantime or something like that to try out. So that should be on tap for August. The Black Widow should be big and juicy. The streets should be melting. We'll see. I'm just going to our camper. That is safe. The casinos have deep pockets in lobby. Well, I don't think so. I think a lot of these casinos are, they got some serious cash flow issues. They got a lot of debt. They got a lot of debt to service. If you examine some of the balance sheets on some of these casinos, it's pretty dicey. Like the Palazzo, which is part of the Venetian, they announced that they're not going to be letting out rooms during the week. It's only going to be weekend. So, you know.
Really?
There were so many. Oh, well, you have to be packed, Amanda. Amanda said there were so many people in the Vegas pool. You got to be packed. That's what makes it tolerable in the summertime. When I can go out there and get some sun, then cool off, and then go back and sit down a while. And then if I need to pull into the shade a little bit. And it helps pass the day because there's nothing I want to do. Well, some of them are owned by Sheldon Adelson, but he's responsible to stockholders too, okay? And he has a lot of debt on that operation there, so that's the reality. He's not alone. MGM is heavily indebted, Caesars Entertainment Group. These are very heavily leveraged companies.
Well, Circus.
Yeah, that are very dependent on cash flow to finance their operations, and they have been pinched. They have been pinched. Build a cement pond in the backyard. There you go. In Georgia, if you have a backyard pool, it hurts your resale value. I'd never put a pool on this property. You know what would happen? I'd have kids hopping the fence.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
The next thing you know, you're gone doing some traveling, and
somebody hits their head or something, and you come out and somebody's doing a William Holden like Sunset Boulevard, just floating on the surface. You got yourself a lot of problems there. And I don't want to maintain it.
Didn't know they were owned.
I don't want to maintain it. And the only thing about casinos, buffet, don't get it. No, forget the buffet. Buffet's a death trap. Yeah, pools equal liability. Vegas will come back fine. It remains to be seen. They have a very long road, long haul ahead, in my opinion. When the Palazzo says they're not booking midweek, then I know it's an issue that the people that have money aren't coming into Vegas. My friend belongs to the Park Point Health Club. She told me when she goes to pull their car that she take a distance wipe down from. Oh man, I don't know if I want to do that. I think we're going to see the complete collapse of stay strong, keep strong, and fight. I think we're in a cultural revolution. We've had a pool since third grade, but the older I get, the less it gets. And it's a lot of maintaining. Yeah, that's good if you can maintain it. And let's face it, Alabama gets pretty wretchedly humid and hot down there.
Yes.
On the Gulf. And you'd be damn glad you have a pool to jump into.
Yes.
That would almost be a necessity down there.
You have to hire some pool man to come in there every week.
Again, over the last 5 days, a lot of, not a lot, but 3 or 4 casinos issued potential layoff notices to employees. So I think that there's going to be quite a few more employees are going to be furloughed down there. Keep an alligator in the pool. They aren't a selling feature like they used to be. Exactly. I pay a pool lady who comes once per week. I pay $100 a month. Some months a little. That's not bad. I mean, they're going to do your pool for $25 a week.
Yeah. Takes about an hour or two, so you really, you know,
well, your
depends on how long
travel
they're there.
time, travel time across the valley on a hot day. Yeah, that's a big. Yeah, staying in a bikini is a must. That's a pretty fair price, I think, for maintaining that. That's good. That's good. I mean, it's just it's sticky hot. It's miserable. I hopped in a car before and walked straight into the pool before clothes and all. Huh? Woo! That's what I call doing a William Holden, just going in with all your clothes on, but at least you came out. Finally brought all their staff back at Bet's Pen. It's slammed. Okay, firing ranges around are awesome for sport shooting. They charge too much money, in my opinion. What was the one we looked at, Mr. Z? We were going to go to Vegas, Battlefield Vegas, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like $150 if you want to fire anything beyond what I already fire: shotguns and handguns, pistols, and revolvers. What's the point? I'm not going in there to do that. I'm not going to pay $100 to put one bazooka thing into. Geez, the housekeeper's $28 an hour, a cheap one. Wow. My office building keeps it freezing. I have a space heater. Oh, wow, Trixie. Jeez, have to have a space heater underneath of your, underneath you just. Gun ranges are expensive but fun. Well, how you doing, Jay Berlin? Good to see you. The air conditioning had gone out of the work car, and I could think I was getting home and just falling in the pool. That's funny. As far as firing ranges, the best thing that happened was back in 2015, Vegas Fixin's husband took us out Randy took us out shooting. It was about 15 miles outside of Vegas, in a place that people go to shoot, and that was cool. I mean, you didn't have to worry about, other people that we'd go shooting after Christmas, and there'd be people like turning around with their weapons, and the fire line marshal's coming up screaming. He's a Navy vet, and he is so pissed off. You're banned. You're banned. You're banned. You're banned. Pack up your weapons, put the locks on, leave. Don't come back again. $220 every 2 weeks. Miss Rhoda, I didn't even see it. My cleaning lady is $200 every 2 weeks. It's expensive, but worth it. Sorry, Humor and Love, you got put out before your message saw the chat. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I think we've overrun on financial markets. You can't tell me that things are as good as they were in January before all this crap hit the fan, and yet the tech markets exceeded that level, and which I can kind of see with people working from home. But the other market, no way, no way. You spend more on Keno than you would at a range. I don't do Keno. I'm not patient enough. Deal tell you, after 15, 20 minutes, I'm gone.
I want to go.
I'm out.
I'm like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm out.
I don't like staying there.
It's just I can't have the patience to pound away. I just try to get one score a day, and then I hit the door, and that's it. I grew up shooting right on my father's property. Kind of many weekends, his friend would show up to shoot. I think we drove the neighbors nuts. But it probably had to be a common thing down there, right? To have common thing to have people using responsibly weaponry and things like that. So it's all good. With 4 kids at home, I need a cleaning lady. I hear. You ever go to Debbie Reynolds' old casino? Which one was that, Amanda? I didn't even know she had a casino. I had no clue that she even had a casino. I better get my Peter polished if the cleaning lady costs $220. Damn, pig boy. Yeah, we don't. I run my chat the way I want to run it, and exactly how I want to do it. As somebody famously said, it's your chat. You run it the way you're responsible. Yeah. So I run it the way I want to run it. That way, it's a positive chat with a positive message, and there's plenty other places that you can go with nice people and hang out and chew the fat and do whatever you like to do. I forgot what it's called, but Debbie Reynolds was down next to Porto's restaurant at the convention. Okay. Trying to figure out that. I guess that was on Paradise then, over there. Paradise is parallel to Las Vegas Boulevard, where the Hilton is, the old Westgate Hotel over on that long road over there. So I'm excited to go back again. I've started to get that little twitch of Vegas. And I get down there and I'm in meltdown mode. Get down there in meltdown mode. I'm just like, man, I don't want to. Summer gets to be a bit much. I usually just drive out in the desert and shoot for free. Always bring a pick and a shovel. Yeah. What is the average? I've never hired a cleaning person. I used to clean for one Dr. Scripps La Jolla when I worked for a few extra bucks. That's not. I don't know what they charge. I don't know. You have a soft spot for the Mirage. Mirage was really. That was like the first. Correct me if I'm wrong, Trixie. The Mirage was the first real modern casino. Like they imploded an old property, and they put the Mirage up. That was the first of like the super casinos on the strip.
Ah.
At least it's the way at least I think. That was it. Mirage was 89, Excalibur was 90. Yeah, it was the first modern casino. Yeah, the Sands. I don't know. I think the Sands moved, didn't it? I don't know. Or I'm thinking of the Sahara. Yeah, the Sands got blown up, or the Aladdin, or something like that. Well, it's been a long day. I'm not going to be on too long, so I'm just going over the events of the day. Clarion Hotel, known as Debbie Hollywood Oak Rica, was near Las Vegas Strip Paradise. The hotel has a Royal Inn. Okay. There was nothing where the Mirage. Okay. Yeah, the Sahara's been redone. That's it, Sherry. How about cranking up the food processor and making a lovely peach sorbet for these hot summer days? That might be interesting to do. I don't think I've ever made any kind of frozen desserts before, because I don't want to buy an ice cream maker. I don't want to fiddle with cream and all that. I'm not a big ice cream eater. Trixie says, I've lived here since '87. I have seen it all. I hear you. Oh, thank you, Kevin. The thing is, I always have a good time no matter what. But one thing I'll always be glad of, not for Las Vegas, but when I went down in March and had a chance or April, and had a chance to see that city when it was flat on its back and do a cinematic with nobody on the street, nothing open, bags blowing, and I'm glad I had a chance to do that. Hi, Watch. As I was working for a celebrity at the time the Mirage was new and his ex-wife was the headliner of the Mirage, tried to name, was now his ex-wife was the Anne Margaret. Barbara Streisand. I'm trying to think who the big headliners would. Hey, Tammy, watching from the beach. Nice. Isn't that awesome? Well, I was building a portion of the site formerly at Castaways, which closed in '87 to make room for the new resort. The Mirage was built by developer Steve Wynn, and then they went, okay, so he owned that one too. Keep trying. Who else would the female? Ethel Merman. No, I told her about Rosie that it was so surprised how. Yeah, I was glad to hear that. I was glad to see it was bustling, and that's good news. That's good. And she's still a big wheel. What year was this again? What else would have been Cher? No, wouldn't have been Cher. Imogen Coca. There's a name I haven't heard. Tallulah Bankhead.
Her husband was a celebrity, and she was the headliner.
Marlo Thomas.
Cher.
Marlo Thomas. Cher. There we go. Okay. Good night, Jeff. Thanks for popping by. Cher. All right. Yeah, good to see you, Dave. 110-hour drive home today after vacation. Yeah, I saw you post that message. It does suck when you drive back from vacation.
Yes, it does.
You know you got to go.
It seems to take forever too.
You got to go into the office, and you've got to deal with a whole bunch of crap sitting on your desk. And people are pissed off. We had to carry the load for you while you were gone. You guys didn't do shit here at the office. Come on, man. Donnie and Marie are still at the Flamingo. Still down there. I don't know now because of the, Zsa. No, Linda Hunt. I was Sonny's chief of staff. That's cool. Wow, High Watch, you're like royalty, honey. Awesome sauce. Boy, I learn a lot of stuff here. Just once. I wish I could just blink my eyes and it was like 1960 again, and I was in Vegas, and the guys were walking around with their skinny ties and their black suits, and just to see what the Strip, to go be dressed to the nines and go into a show or a dinner cabaret theater, and Sinatra was singing tonight, and at the Stardust or Wayne Newton. I think that would be pretty cool. I missed that High Watch. I'm sorry, what time is it in California? It is 9 p.m. I'm not going to be on too much longer, but I'm going to take it up to be here a bit longer. So I also want to give another follow-up thanks to Kev TV,
yeah,
Scotty D, and Pocket Changey for taking time to come a pretty significant distance off of their travel route to come here and pop in and say hi and spend some time.
Really good people.
Just really nice guys. He got a big boost on his channel, which is good. So that's great. So I want to just thank him. I think he watches the stream. See what that stupid thing says up there.
No, I can't.
Can you read that? Lean close and tell me what that is. See, it just says this is.
The request is missing a valid API key.
See? Now the side chat's gonna freeze right there now. So isn't that kooky? How you doing? Sinatra, no Sammy Davis Jr. Be better. Where did they divert from? I think they were up over in the Sacramento area. Vegas Vixen, how you doing, honey? Yes, it was way past my bedtime here, but soon as... Oh, thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. You need a tic-tac. Need a tic-tac.
It stopped, all right.
Yeah, see, that stops, but this chat continues to roll. Now, I'm going to have to uninstall Streamlabs up on the phone and then go through that whole rigmarole mess, but who knows? I've had nothing but, I go well for 8 months and then I have 2 months of hell month to go through. It's ridiculous. Sammy Davis worshiped the devil. I never really tore into it. Everything's always staged, Matt. You know, everything in Vegas was all for. You know, Danny Thomas would do his shows from down there, and Milton Berle and the comics, and it was a place that people knew it was kind of scruffy, but they liked it. I mean, we've said the mob ran a good.
They ran a good ship.
Good ship. You know,
they ran a really good one.
If you were a decent person and you were respectful, think of the movie Casino where they knocked the cowboy's hat off that you know, punched him out because he wouldn't take his feet off the table at the poker table. You know, if you might be able to get away with that now. If you're at the $1,000 a hand table, they're not going to care if you do handstands. But back in that time, there was a certain elegance to a casino. We saw that at the Rancho Great and Rancheria. It was a pretty, you know, the place we went to. What did you think of that casino? It was a very elegant.
The one right down.
Yeah,
that's a really nice one. I like it. It's not a Vegas vibe though.
Okay, take care, Karen. Have you? No, I've never been on StreamYards. I've always just stick faithfully to Streamlabs because I like the interactive feature. I like the text-to-speech is fun when I'm out doing a shoot or something. People can post a message. I've always loved that feature. And it's the interactivity of it, the different bells and whistles. If I really knew what I was doing on Streamlabs, here's some of the things that you could have. Paul Danino, Ice Poseidon, you may have heard of him. He pioneered mobile live streaming. When I saw him in Alaska, he had his phone set up so that there was a GPS embedded in the screen that you could follow along in the corner. You could see exactly where he was. Like watching here down in the corner would be a moving GPS. You could tell exactly which street, where he was in real time. Then he had his smart watch, his Apple Watch, has a pulse. You can tell your pulse. So he would wear the watch and he would put his heartbeat. You could see it in the chat. And when somebody would like something really bad, like somebody wanted to kick his ass, all of a sudden, his heartbeat would go.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I can't think of any other streaming platform that gives the ability to have that kind of interaction. And I've tried a few times to get that incorporated. Without a lot of success. I'm sorry, Bella Grace, it came over, something came over on the McNamara. I've got to take that off when I get off. Yeah, thank you. Hit the thumbs up button if you're coming in. That's much appreciated. Kevin says, I'm going to Ogden, Utah late next week, driving, not flying, but look forward to the high altitude. Man, Utah is beautiful.
Have we been to Ogden?
No. No, I've only passed through. If you go south of Salt Lake and you get on you come across 80 from west to east, then you turn down on I-15 across the Wasatch Mountains there. And I think you pass, I think you do pass Ogden going south, but I never stopped there. And then you turn off towards Helper and Bryce Canyon and over that way. I just looked on YouTube and Martha Stewart and Pizza Store Baby only use a blender to replace the finished product on theirs. Looks simple. Okay, Libra, could you do me a favor? Could you just click the link on that recipe and just drop it into my email? I can make it like new@gmail.com. I got some peach, so it's probably a good time.
I like that kind of stuff. You see me drinking that naked stuff all the time.
Yeah. So I like that interactive things that you can do with Streamlabs. I don't know how it's done. I've been putting hey Bella Grace, I've been putting my attention towards doing cinematic, moving in that direction. But I don't want to give up on. I can't remember last time I did a mobile live stream. It's been a while. So I think think we'll have to hit the town.
When was it?
Been
I
a
want to
while.
say is when we chooched.
Yeah, I think it's been a while.
And
since,
with when found those ladies and you lost your wallet, I think that was the last time
I
we
think
went
that
live.
was it. No wonder that left a bad taste in my mouth. So maybe tomorrow night we'll head out. It might be a nice change of pace for a Monday night. Go check out 4th Street. They've now closed off so that you cannot drive on it now. It's all outdoor dining now. Good night, getting ice cream. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you for stopping by. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to... yeah, I think it's time to mobile stream, but what am I going to do? The chat just cuts off. I'll have to go to YouTube until I get that
And
thing
just don't
squared
do
away.
the text-to-speech.
Yeah,
yes.
just don't do that. Time to see Thong doing some work this week. Woo! I don't think D's the kind of... I think he's an OP...
I would get fired.
OP board shorts and that kind of guy.
I'm more
Like
of
on
a
the
free
beach,
baller.
on the beach in Waikiki, you know?
Free baller with some gym shorts on, you know.
Anyway, guys, I am pretty roasted. I'm just giving a 5 minutes heads up tonight. I want to get a shower. We went from hot to cool to hot. It went nutty. Went nutty down there today. So I feel like I'm pretty cooked tonight.
I'm deep.
Jen, oh, no problem, honey. No problem at all. Yeah, TMI, I can believe it, but I'm glad you are here. Good night, Bill Ellis. Thanks for coming in. Always good to see you. Guten Nacht. Thank you, Amanda, for coming in tonight. Much appreciated.
Good night, Amanda.
Very much appreciated. Nice you guys have a good week. So, yeah, I guess with that, I will close it out. Thank you tonight. I'm sorry about the channel screw up on the other channel. It's Rosie.
It happens.
It happens. It happens a lot to me. So, with that, I'm going to close it out and wish you all a very good night.
Good night, everybody.
And, thank you, everybody. If you haven't hit the thumbs up,
please do so.
let's see here. Are we going to be able to get off the air? I don't know. We might be here all night.